Hey, what's up guys? Mr. Roark again. So I want to go ahead and show you the last thing we need to know on volume for this unit, and that's going to be finding the volume of a triangular pyramid. Now if you notice, the formula hasn't changed from before when we did rectangular pyramids. It's still 1/3 times area of the base times the height. And our two primary questions haven't changed either. I want to know what's the height and what's the shape of the bottom. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to go ahead and try to draw out a triangular pyramid, and if you guys will just kind of bear with me for a moment as I do that. I will say this, guys, this one tends to be the most complex one of all the volume stuff you guys will do, but at the same time it's also for some reason probably the most frustrating for a lot of students because there are multiple steps involved in this one, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw that part which represents the base, and I'm going to draw this part which represents the height, okay? And then I'm going to make a solid line to kind of surround this part of the shape. Okay, so just kind of bear with me for a moment. And it's kind of hard to see that dotted line, but it is still there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and call. This line here. I think we called it before on the page. You guys have it. It's called 8. So we're going to call that 8 feet. I'm going to call this part down here 5 feet. And then I'm going to call this part here, let's go ahead and call that 6 feet. I think that's what's on your paper anyways, 6 feet. Now I'm going to draw a right angle there also. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Now, when I'm solving for this problem, again, the first question I want to ask is what's the height? And in this case, it's very plain to see. The height of this is going to be 8 feet, okay? And once I use that 8 feet, I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to scribble this part out, okay? The second question I want to ask is still, what's the shape of the bottom? The base of this is very plain to see. It's a triangle, okay? The formula for the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, okay? The only two numbers I have left up there are 6 times 5, which many of you guys know equals 30, and 30 divided by 2 is going to give me an answer of 15. So I can go ahead and plug 15 in right here. Alright, so 15 times 8. Now again, like we talked about before, you guys have the option, if you'd like to go ahead and solve this part out. Now, if I go ahead and solve this part out, 15 times 8 would give me 120. Or if I want to go ahead and include the entire thing, actually, you know what, let's take this over here and these problems over here. Okay, so I would have then 1/3 times 15 times 8. Okay, that would give me an answer then of, if I do this part first and get 120 times 1/3, or if I just do it all at the same time, I'm still going to get the same answer. Okay, like I've said before, 4 times 3 times 1 is going to be 12. 1 times 4 times 3 is going to be 12. 3 times 1 times 4 is going to be... So it doesn't matter how you arrange these, how you multiply these. If you do these two first and then this, it's still going to give you the same answer in the end. So if I do all of this, 1/3 times 15 times 8, I'm going to get an answer somewhere close to 39.6 feet. That's going to be, again, cubed. Okay? Literally, once again, what that means is if I've got a bunch of little cubes that are 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, I'm going to need 39.6 of those to completely fill that space up, okay? Remember, a big part of this is your formula, okay? Your base is a triangle, so your formula inside the capital B is going to change, all right? If you guys have any questions, as always, you know you can always come find me in room 12. We'll see you guys.